Hi sir, many congratulations for the award. So, what are you feeling about the awards and all?
No, it's great. I think the event is a great success. I wish the business world team all the success. Been coming regularly and meeting people here. I think the entire community is here, so it's lovely to be part of the whole community, and a lot of action. So I see a lot of innovative startups coming in, and a lot of discussions around the best practices and the new trends. So it's a good way to to keep up with what's happening in the industry and talk to fellow startups as well.
So, as far as D2C brands are concerned, the marketing remains one of the most burning verticals in terms of spending. So, what are your thoughts around it? How the emerging brands, new startups, new D2C startups can cut down the cost?
So I think performance marketing is the way to go. With wherever you invest, ideally you should look at what is the ROI which I'm getting while I'm spending it. And another thing which I think should be done is segregating into branding and customer acquisitions. So when you break both the costs, then you are able to know how much is going in brand building and how much is going in direct customer acquisition. So by that you can take more informed decisions about how do you want to see your cost moving in either this direction or this direction, because based on your budgets you will be able to deploy a more robust plan which will be tackling both these sides. So we look at that microscopically. For us, ROI on campaigns is extremely important, and we follow it to the T.
As you talk about the customer acquisition cost, so there is a marketplaces like the e-commerce giant and the personal and the own websites of brands. There are in tight competition between these two. So how do you see these two, and how can brands like directly connect to the?
So I think building a community of believers for your brand, building brand loyalists is way to go, where people are swearing by buying your brand. There is a significant storytelling which happens, and which is taken in the most positive manner from the customer side, builds up your momentum, which will make them to come to you directly instead of going to the marketplace. So marketplaces do pose a certain kind of competitiveness, but I think that can be tackled if you are able to talk to your customer, engage him separately on your own mediums, and that results into a good momentum overall.
In 2023, we have seen that out of all the e-commerce deals, D2C brands bagged more than 50% of the total funding. So, as a startup, what would you suggest to the emerging startups? What are the key points, key focus areas founders should be focusing while talking to a venture capital firm and an investor?
I think be obsessed with the customer experience, provide delight to the customers. That is the best way. That will solidify your position in the market, and that itself will talk numbers and talk a lot about what the traction you've built, and how you've built a profitable enterprise. If not profitable, at least unit economics wise, you should break even, in my view, to pull a certain attention from the right type of investors. And I think more or less 2-3 things. One is keep your focus on your bottom lines, don't burn too much, and simultaneously attract the eyeballs, do meet a lot of people, and keep continuing the hustle.
Anything you want to comment upon, like funding winter? Is it here to stay for
Funding
a
winter,
while more?
in my view, is here to stay, because it's not a winter. It's an entire era which has opened up. It's a new era. I'm not calling it. I don't think it's a season. It's been going on for too long. This long there is no winter. It's a new season and new year and new era, new decade, whatever you want to call it. So you have to work on your strategies. You have to look at what works best for the business. And as I said, that it's more about dhande ki baat, in my view. If one is able to focus on building the dhanda, everything else is just noise, and don't look at anything else. Just keep doing what you're supposed to do.
So, what is the vision regarding your company 5 years
So
down the line?
we are
10
the
years down the
only
line?
profitable enterprise in the category. We have some of the other competitors who raised large amount of capital. However, we've emerged and we've sustained a lot of shutdowns which have also happened. So we're very proud and happy of what we've built. Currently, Zapfresh is in 2 cities, NCR in Bangalore, and we would be soon starting more cities within this year. Our vision is to do partnerships and acquisitions with a lot of like-minded, brands in this space, diversify product portfolio, launch new markets. So very bullish in building a 500 to 600 crore brand in the next 4 to 5 years, which will be profitable from day one. That's our vision.
What is the one big learning you want to share with the emerging founders?
I think hustle is always permanent. It always stays. Don't stop hustling, because when you're hustling, then you are learning, and when you are learning, then you're applying that learning, and that will result into something or the other. Don't lose hope, with what people say. Don't look at what's happening in the industry. Just keep doing what you believe in. If your conviction on your category, your industry, your product is strong, you are here to stay. Nobody can take that away, because India is big enough as a market. Just crack that code of what the customer wants, and don't really get swayed away by anything what people say on social media or whatever you see around, including your own parents and family and friend. You have to really believe in your idea and then build from that.
So where do you see this wave of D2C 2.0 wave going?
I think it's here to stay. See, D2C, when you talk about creating a brand, it's a long-term story. I think that there will be a lot of more action which will keep continuing. We've seen a lot of categories already disrupted, and they will continue to do. And we don't. I personally don't think that it will be only few brands in one category. There will be multiple brands catering to multiple needs of the customers. So whether it is beauty, whether it is food, whether it is travel, anything you look at, the consumption is growing, the population is so huge. Don't worry about the market. I think the size of the market is not a problem. It's a strategy and what your belief is. Until the time that is right, there will always be ample room for growth.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.